Hey, what is going on, my fellow jewelers? So you know I love making chic and easy, super cute and super easy. Well, today is just not so easy. This necklace I'm about to show you, it's not the easiest thing to make. Now the pattern is easy once you get the hang of it, but to have all your ducks in a row and all your beads in the right place and the chain, blah, blah, all this stuff, it is a little complicated, but can I tell you, it's so worth it. You ready for this? You ready? I got it. I had to leave it on the pedestal on my stand because I didn't want all the chain flying, but look at it. Oh my goodness. It is so, I love it. I feel like, again, like a Cleopatra, like a queen, like a beauty queen. I love this necklace so much, but it's just a little complicated to make it. But that's okay, because guess what? I'm going to take you step by step like I always do and teach you how to make this gorgeous necklace. It's so gorgeous. I love it. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe my channel and click that bell to get notifications, because I'm all about the how-tos of jewelry making right here. That's right. And so thank you for coming along on this jewelry journey with me. So you and me, let's get started. Okay. So let's get started with making this fun necklace. Now, all the materials are listed in the description below, along with the tools. And there's certain items that if you want the same as me, I do have some links that you can go purchase the same item. So that's about it. Let's get started making it. Now, with all your beads, you're gonna need to do a loop on both sides, a loop here and a loop here. I am gonna teach you how to make it. I will briefly go over it, but I have done a video that goes over step by step slowly if you've never done loops on beads, if you're just beginning, or if you just need a refresher. So I'm going to put my bead on a head pin. This is a pretty small head pin, but I'm gonna make small loops. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold my bead where I want it on the head pin. I'm gonna do a 90-degree angle, so about right there. And then I am going to grab it with my round nose pliers, and I'm just going to start curling it around. And so I have my first loop. It's not pretty, but it's a loop. Sometimes they're not pretty, sometimes they are. And then I am going to cut off the head pin end of it. And I am going to do another 90-degree angle, and I'm going to make another loop on this side, a really small loop on this side. And I'm going to loop it around until I get my loops. You need these loops closed up. You need these loops closed up before you go on. There should not be a gap because the necklace will fall apart. Now, the other thing I want to do is, I don't know if you can tell, but these loops are not facing the same way. This loop is kind of slanted this way. This loop is kind of slanted backwards. You need them facing the same way. So grab one of your pliers. So I'm grabbing one of my pliers. I'm grabbing my long nose pliers. I'm grabbing my round nose pliers, and I'm just barely twisting them to make it so they're facing the same way. I need them facing the same way. And so I'm actually going to put this here because I wanted to end on the same color. And you are going to do that with all your beads. You're going to have, every bead is going to have 2 loops. So go ahead and do that. It takes a while, but it's worth the time and effort to make it. So once you get done with that, we are going to start connecting your beads to your jump rings and putting the chain in as well. So let's grab our first bead, our first jump ring, and our other bead. And so for the first jump ring that you have on the necklace, you're only going to need 1 chain, okay? You're only going to need 1 chain for the first 2 on both sides. So only 1 chain on these 2 jump rings and only 1 chain that will be right here, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to open our jump ring. If you've never dealt with jump rings before, I have made a video on it, a very slow step-by-step tutorial, and you can totally go check that out. And so we are going to open our jump ring. I am going to put a bead on, and then I am going to put my chain on. We need the chain in between the beads, okay? They can't just go anywhere. You can't go just willy-nilly on this. And then I'm going to put my other bead on, and I am going to close up my jump ring. I'm going to close it up. Make sure there's no gap when you are closing it up. So we have our first beads together right there, okay? You're going to grab another chain. You can make these chains as long as short as you want. I've made them 5 inches. If you want it not so like long, the chains, make them shorter. If you want longer chains, then go ahead. But these I've made about 5 inches. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to open again my jump ring. Going to open my jump ring with my 2 pliers. I'm gonna put my first bead on. I'm gonna put that bead on. And then I am going to put my chain on, and make sure that you're going in the right order. I can't just put my chain anywhere. Make sure you're putting it between the two beads, so right here. And then I'm putting on my next bead, and I'm closing up my jump ring. Closing it up. It's a little hard because these beads are a little bit big and the jump ring's a little bit small, but it's okay. So then I have this, okay? I have a bead, I have a chain, I got my jump ring, bead, chain, jump ring, all this stuff, right? So then the next step is I am going to grab another chain, right? And this jump ring will actually have 2 chain on it, okay? This jump ring will have 2 chain on it. So this jump ring is gonna have the new chain, and then it's gonna have this chain that'll come around, because the chains skip every other jump ring. They don't just go from one jump ring to the next jump ring. They actually skip on the jump ring. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm taking it slowly, all right? We got this, we got this. I had to ask my husband about this pattern so many times. I'm like, okay, I see this, but how do I do it? Okay, so I'm gonna open my jump ring. I'm gonna open my jump ring, and then I am going to put my bead on. Okay, I got my bead on. I'm gonna try to take this slow to show you slowly. And now I'm going to get the chain for my first jump ring. Not the one between the green and the blue, but the chain between the yellow and the green. Yes, yes, yes. We can do this. We can do this. Okay, and now I have connected the chain from the first jump ring, and I'm going to put a new chain on here. I'm gonna put a different chain, and then I'm gonna grab the next bead. I'm gonna grab the next bead, and now I'm going to close up my jump ring. I gotta close it up, make sure there's no gap, make sure it's not too crooked. Close it up. Okay, so do you see, let's work this out. Let's fix this. Okay, so what we did was we have added the chain from the first jump ring to this jump ring, and we added a chain on here, okay? So we're doing good. So now we need to add the next jump ring, and we are gonna take the chain but that's from between the green and the blue, and we're gonna connect to the jump ring, and we're gonna add another chain, okay? You can do this, and make sure the chain, they're all at the bottom of the jump ring. Make sure they're not at the top, or it's gonna look bad. So you gotta make sure you're putting the right jump ring, the right chain in the right place at the right time. Oh my goodness, this is so a little complicated, more than I like, but it's gonna look beautiful. Okay, so I screwed up the pattern that I wanted, and I had to change everything up, but that is okay. We are going to go with, we're gonna go with it now. Okay, so now we're gonna grab a new chain, right? And we are going to go 2 over. So the chain that is on here that's just hanging is gonna connect to here, and we're gonna put a new chain on. So let's do that. So let's open our jump ring. We're gonna open our jump ring, and we are going to connect this bead on, making sure it's the right way. And now we're gonna go 2 jump rings over and grab that chain. I am grabbing that chain, and I'm going to connect it on here. So I've grabbed the chain from 2 jump rings over. I'm putting a new chain on that's just gonna dangle for a little bit. And I'm putting that on. And then I'm grabbing my other bead and putting it in the right place, right? We want it in the right place. Oh my goodness, this necklace, we're gonna get through it, and it's gonna be cute. You know what I'm saying? I am not giving up. I feel like I've messed up a dozen times already, but we're not giving up, and we're gonna close this jump ring up. So now we're gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna show you one more time. So we're gonna grab a jump ring, the next bead, and 1 extra chain, okay? And we're just doing a chain in every other, we're connecting it every other time, okay? We can do this, we can do this. So I am putting my jump ring on, and I'm going 2 jump rings down, 1, 2, and grabbing the chain that's dangling, okay? I'm grabbing the chain that's dangling from 2 jump rings down, and I am going to putting it on the jump ring, and then I'm grabbing the new chain, putting it on the jump ring, and then grabbing the next bead in the pattern. This is a doozer. This is a doozer. You got to comment, tell me how you're doing on this one. How well you're doing. Okay, we are doing good. We are doing good. Okay, and we're connecting. So you're just gonna keep going in that pattern until you do the whole thing. So you're gonna do your jump ring, connect your chain that's 2 jump rings down, connect it here, put on a new chain, and then get your bead. And you're gonna do that all over again, okay? Just keep doing it. You got it, you got it. Oh my word, that was complicated. Oh my goodness, the pattern's easy, but you can just get mixed up with things. So I wanna take you to the last beads and the last 2 jump rings. And so the last 2 jump rings are only gonna have 1 chain on it, right? So you've done pretty much your whole necklace except the last 2 jump rings, last 2 beads. So I wanna walk you through it. So these 2 guys right here have 2 chains dangling off, okay? And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add the last chain on these 2 guys. So we're not gonna add any extra, any new ones for these 2. It's just connecting these last 2. So I'm going to open my jump ring and I'm going to put my jump ring through my first bead. And then I am going to grab the chain that is 2 jump rings down, okay? And we're only doing 1 chain because that's gonna finish off this necklace. And I'm gonna put my bead on and then I'm gonna close up my jump ring, okay? So we're not adding another chain on the last 2. The 2 jump rings on the end, they only get 1 chain, okay? And so we're closing up our jump ring, okay? And then we just have 1 last jump ring and we're gonna open it up. I'm gonna put it on my bead and then I'm going to grab my last chain that's just dangling. It's the only chain left that's dangling. And I'm going to put it on my jump ring and we're almost done with the hard part. Oh my goodness. And then it's just honestly just putting a chain to go around your neck. Okay, so we put our chain on and then we're gonna put our last bead on and we're gonna close up the jump ring. Make sure there's no gap. I'm always talking about no gaps, no gaps, no gap. Okay, so now we have our necklace. Oh, we have our necklace. It is looking like so wonderful, so cute. Now I need to connect my chain that will go on the back of my neck. So I'm gonna open up this loop. I'm gonna open up this loop, which is already open. I'm gonna put my chain on. Now you can put another jump ring on and put the link on that. But I'm just gonna do the link straight into the loop on my bead. This chain is a lot bigger than the chain I put around here. It's a lot bigger, and so I like it, and it makes an adjustable necklace because my lobster clasp will fit through those bigger links. And I'm gonna open this side, and I'm gonna put my link through, my last link on the end of that. And then I am going to cut it just to one side. I want it to be an adjustable necklace, so I'm gonna give one side longer than the other. And I am going to use a jump ring. I'm gonna open my jump ring, put my chain on there, and then put my lobster clasp on there. And then I am going to close it up and I'm gonna finish my necklace. Oh, this necklace took me forever, but it was worth it because it's super cute. And that, my fellow jewelers, is this cute necklace. Well, what'd you think? Yeah, it was a little complicated and you might be screaming in the background, Jazz, why'd you make me do this necklace? This is so hard. But you know the results. You know, girl, jewelry maker, boy, jewelry maker, you know the results. It is gorgeous results. And you'll be like, okay, that was a pain in the booty, but it was super fun and super cute results. Oh, so I hope you don't kill me. Please don't kill me. But comment, share, like, don't be too mean in the comments below. So before I go, you know I love praying for my viewers. And I just felt like things kind of get in life and you don't expect them. Kind of like this jewelry piece, that it was complicated, but the results were amazing. And so the things that you are struggling with in life that you just need to plow through, I'm gonna pray for wisdom for you, for strength for you, and that you would get to the end, that you would make it on the other side. So Lord, I thank you for my viewers, God. There's just times when we have bumps in the road where it just feels like life is complicated, or there's just a problem that we just feel like we can't get past. Lord, I pray for wisdom for my viewers. God, I pray, God, that you would just calm down the chaos. God, they are supposed to make it to the other side. I pray that they wouldn't quit, they wouldn't give in, and that they would continue until the task is complete, God, that they would finish what they need to finish. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye!